Today I'm going to be making Middlesbrough Parmo. This is a recipe that Mr. Money Gaming wanted me to try because he lives in Middlesbrough. So he knew that this would be something that we hadn't tried before, and we haven't. So I'm going to be making this for you all, and it doesn't sound like it's going to be too hard to make at all. I hope it's not. So I'm going to tell you everything you're going to need first. First of all, you're going to need some oil. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and get this in the pan now, and then I'll give you the rest of the ingredients, because this can be heating in my pan. I'm going to turn this on like medium high, and so that can be heated while I'll show you the rest of this. Okay, you're going to need some chicken. We bought chicken thigh fillets. But you can buy the big chicken breast if you want to. You want to get something without the bone though. So we just picked these because they're small. Then you're going to need some flour, a little bit of flour. You're going to need an egg. You're going to need some plain breadcrumbs, some plastic wrap, and I'll show you what you're going to do with that in just a minute. And then you're going to be making some bechamel sauce. For the bechamel sauce, this is a pint and a half of milk. I don't know if we'll end up using all of that or not. We'll see. You need 5 tablespoons of butter, 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and some salt and pepper, just a touch of that. And then you're going to need some cheddar cheese. We have mild cheddar. We already had this bought, so that's what I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my plastic wrap, and I'm going to lay it here on my cutting board. And I have this this mallet, but if you do not have this, you can just use a rolling pin, because what we're going to do is we're going to put our chicken on in between the paper like this. I'll show you a few pieces. There we go. So we're going to take it like this, and then you're going to take your mallet and you're going to flatten it out. That is flat enough for me. And you take some of your flour, you want to take your egg, and then you have your breadcrumbs. So you're going to dip it. I'm going to move it all over here. We'll do the other chicken fillets in a minute. I'm going to put these over here because you're going to end up putting it into the hot oil. You're going to take one of your chicken fillets and you put it in the flour first, and you do both sides of it, and then you're going to dip it in your egg, both sides, and then your breadcrumbs, both sides. And then we're going to put it in the pan, and we're going to fry both sides of it. So I laid my chicken over here to the side until my oil heated up, and now it is heated. So I can put it right there.
Pop on the cameraman.
And I have my oven preheating to 475. I also have a cookie sheet with some Reynolds wrap that I will show you, because you're going to end up putting this in the oven after it fries. And so once it fries, I'm going to transfer it to this, and then we'll be back. So here is my chicken, and I've laid it all out. I'm going to probably move it together. Okay, so now you have your butter. And you want to turn your burner on. And then you put your flour in. And this is, you're going to combine these two things first, the butter and the flour. To put my chicken in the oven to keep it warm while I'm waiting on this bechamel sauce. So it is, that butter is almost melted. And you see how thick it is, and I'm going to add some of this milk, not all of it. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Really, that's just to your taste. And you want to keep stirring this, and it will thicken. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Okay, it's thickened some more, so I'm going to add some more of the milk. Okay, that's all the milk I'm going to use. I only use like a cup. I'm going to take my chicken out of the oven where I've kept it hot. My oven has been on 475. I don't know if I said that or not. So I'm going to scoop these pieces of chicken together like this. And I'm going to take my bechamel sauce and I'm going to pour it over the top of each piece. Yeah, I only needed like a cup of that milk, so the rest of it I'll just be able to pour back in my gallon. You see how thick that is though? Very, very nice and thick, and you want to cover each piece, but that was plenty. That was the perfect amount. Perfect amount. So then I'm going to take my mild cheddar cheese, whatever cheese you want.
Yeah, you've seen it with sliced.
Yeah, some people use sliced cheese. Some people use cheddar cheese. There is not an exact amount of cheese, but a lot. You want a lot on each one. Like this. On each piece. And now this is going to go back into the oven for maybe 5 minutes, just until this cheese is browned. This was in the oven for 5 minutes, and so I'm going to take it off just like this. And Kevin and I are going to try it. Now normally in Middlesbrough they eat this with chips, which to us are like French fries, chips and peas. But
not regular peas either.
We are just gonna eat it like this, and I'm sure it's going to be very hot. Very, very hot. Oh wow. The process of making this reminded me of the process of making chicken parmesan.
As far as cooking the chicken.
As far as making the chicken goes, yes. Preparing the chicken and flattening it out and then having to dip it in the breadcrumbs and the egg. I love that.
It has without the cheese. Take the cheese away. It reminds you of a chicken fried steak.
Yes, a country fried.
Well, it's chicken fried when it's chicken.
Okay.
Beef when it's country fried.
Right.
But same difference. It's a piece of chicken or beef steak, cube steak. You bread it, you cook it, you put a white gravy on top of it. That's what it's like without the cheese. The cheese adds a different flavor to it. I've never had anything like that with cheese. I always just had the meat and the gravy. I've never had it with cheese, but I like the cheese.
I love it, and you can really taste it.
And honestly, I'd be fine with just that gravy that you made. Whatever the béchamel sauce.
It was called béchamel sauce.
Yeah, if you had just that, which is gravy. If you just had that, I think it would be really good.
That would be good on biscuits.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can tell from the South, biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy. Yeah, that I really like that. And I don't even know if you need a knife.
Yeah, you don't really need a knife. No, it's really good.
That's very good. And you could use, we have like extra sharp cheese in the refrigerator. You could have put extra sharp cheese on there, and that would have added a cheesier flavor to it. But this is excellent.
Now, keep in mind this is not a low-calorie meal.
Oh,
anyway.
This is comfort food.
Let me tell you.
This and some chips.
However, we could have used chicken breast, a boneless chicken breast that brought the calories down the fat count down a little bit if we'd wanted to. Because dark meat tends to be fattier than white meat.
Okay. Yeah.
So that would have helped a little bit. And you probably could have even used like a low-fat cheese or something if you'd wanted to.
You could have, yeah.
I'm just saying, if you wanted to cut a little bit of the fat down, you could have changed a few things. I still think it would have been really, really good.
Right. I like
it.
this.
But it's excellent.
Yeah. So thank you to Mr. Money Gaming for sharing a little piece of Middlesbrough with us. This is awesome. A very good comfort food. So I hope everyone else enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.